Uh-oh, is this thing on? What down, Joe? It's No Home TV back with another boxing video. Gotta get into the aftermath of this shit. I've been ducking the fight, if you will. I mean, I did my post reactions to the Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia fight. Y'all seen it. A lot of people seen it. Got the most views I ever got on any video with a short that I did of my live reaction to the decision. And a lot of people misconstrued it and started commenting, saying different things about it, my reaction. And what I just want to say to them is they got it wrong. I'm very analytical when it comes to this boxing thing. If you go back and check my other videos that I've done on not only this subject, but many others, man, I'm usually pretty spot on with not only my predictions, but, you know, just analysis. So I knew going into this fight that Devin could lose. I even pictured it. And it happened damn near how I pictured it. Because Devin is not durable. That's the problem, man. There's been a lot of talks coming out since the fight. You know, you had, Bill Haney going back and forth with Floyd over live about, him hating on him and him siding with Ryan and probably low key giving Ryan pointers as far as, the 3 pounds. And Ryan said it himself, and at this point you can't do anything but believe any and everything Ryan says in post, because he proved himself, and he said that he was going into the fight with an advantage with his 3 pounds, whereas Devin had to cut and make weight. Devin bought his way out of it. Probably a bad move. I wouldn't even say probably. I would say definitely a bad move in retrospect, right? Maybe Devin should have just fought Arnold Barboza, which people would have jumped down on Devin for doing so. If he would have said, nah, after all this crazy wild buildup, which is smart by Ryan, all this crazy wild buildup, so now you can't get your way out of the fight. Too many people are anticipating it because dude's been over here acting too crazy. People want to see you fight this dude now. People want to see, what all the talk is about. And for you to go up there and say, you know what, nah, we were fighting for my championship. I was under the impression that we were fighting for my championship. My championship belt was on the line. It's even on the fucking banners that are printed up and posted all over the press conferences and actual fight venue itself. Even still, this dude comes in and says, you know what, nah, I'm going to come in at whatever weight I want to. So if I weigh in at 143 comfortably, then who knows what Ryan's walk around weight is. And then to top that off with the fact that he's a hard puncher and he's fast. So it was a recipe for disaster for Devin to agree to those terms when he himself is not only the weaker puncher and less durable fighter chin-wise, you also weaken yourself. It's like stacking shit on top of stacking shit. And that's what ended up happening. But the fact of the matter is it happened. And now there's a big question mark over Dev, because like I said before in one of my previous videos, that was a post-fight reaction video to this fight. I felt that Devin lost in Earl fashion. Even though he didn't get stopped, he damn near technically could have been stopped. Or at one point, it seemed like the referee was a little bit, But it is what it is, man. I mean, it happened. Boxing will move on. I just don't know what's next for the likes of a Devin Haney. I said it before, the durability thing is going to be a problem because he kept his title. He's still a champion at 140, and the other fighters, the other champions at 140 are all cracking. They all can hit hard. Isak Cruz, you saw what he did to Rolly. Subriel Matisse, you know, the so-called boogeyman, and, you know, Teofimo Lopez. We all, you know, Teofimo Lopez has a good resume too, even though he's got an L. Even though he lost to the dude that Devin beat. Which is another reason why, you know, just this fight just was just weird. It just didn't make sense because even though everything that I just stated was stacked against Dev, so to speak, right? It was like, bro, you still at 140. Where's your power? Where is what you just did to someone like Regis at? True indeed, he fought a different fight. Of course, I said it before. You're not gonna go in there and hook with a hooker. You're gonna go in there and box. You don't go in there and fight them. You go in there and box them, and then when you wear them down, if you smell blood, then you try to get them up out of there. But if it don't come, then you just box to the decision because that fighter is bigger, stronger, and more durable than you are, has more power than you do. And you don't have the power, so to speak, to keep them off of you. But you did for Regis, which is why it doesn't make any fucking sense to me. That was another reason why I was like, okay, well, Devin seemed durable at 140. For him to go in there and do the job he did on Regis, and people can come down on Regis all they want as far as they don't think he's that good of a fighter or whatever the fuck the case may be, but let's not act like the dude's not a power punching and didn't give Josh Taylor everything but the kitchen sink, damn near beating him. In my opinion, he could have edged the fight, or it could have been a draw. It was that close of a fight. But I wasn't mad at Josh winning. But even still, you know, Haney beating the other fighters that he's beaten, him beating Lomachenko, him wanting to fight Lomachenko, and him beating Lomachenko. You know, albeit, I guess, you know, you just say that Lomachenko doesn't have enough power but I mean, once again, Devin fought different. It was a stupid ass game plan, and it's like, now it's like get backsies, but nah, they gonna run away with this win. Ain't finna be no rematch. People don't want to see a rematch if one fighter washes another. If it's a close fight, then people are more willing to watch the rematch. But if one fighter washes the other, then people aren't very interested in the rematch. We learned that from the Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford shit. But I don't know. Y'all tell me, man. I really don't know. Like, I'm questioning. I thought Devin was more of a disciplined fighter than that. And for it to be something different entirely is it's just wild as fuck to me. I don't know. It's like make you question, because it's like, okay, well, how good is Ryan now? Like, really? Like, how good is Ryan? Like, the guy that we all just a couple months ago or just a month ago was just saying how fucking wacky he was, how undisciplined he was, and the fact that we know that he's quit before losing, stand down when Tank hit him in that gut. But yet and still, I mean, even with all the advantages, even, you can cite all the advantages that Ryan had going into the fight. And I even said, someone asked me if I betted on how much money I lost on Devin. I didn't lose no money on Devin. You know what I'm saying? I said I was betting the other way. I ain't never say I was betting on Devin. Go back and watch my video. I said that my heart was going towards Devin, but my mind was going towards Ryan because of all the advantages going in. Plain and simple. But even with all those advantages going in, knowing it, it's like it still happened. Devin Haney, y'all got to realize what this means, because Devin Haney was considered to be one of those next guys. And yet something like this happens. Now motherfuckers see why Shakur Stevenson fought Edwin De Los Santos the way that he did. He didn't want to give him no room to clip him whatsoever and have him on wobbly legs and not being able to recover. Because that's technically what happened with Dev. Tried to meet him in the center of the ring. He kept that hand down, and then he would draw his hand back when he would shoot a jab instead of keeping it over his chin, and Ryan, boom, clip him with the left hook. The fast left hook, the punch that he's known for. The punch that Oscar De La Hoya was known for, the one that, I remember seeing him tell Ryan, yeah, the left hook, man, the left hook. And it was just like, at a press conference or a media workout or some shit. And I just remember like, yeah, I mean, for this fight, not something in the past, but from this fight. And I was just like, yeah, Devin should be watching for that, though, because he knows that. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that's what you're going for, and yet and still he was unable to block the punch. He was always in range of the punch because he wasn't using his feet. He wasn't turning, and he was going straight back. He wasn't pumping his jab to keep Ryan honest or thinking. He just, went in there and played Rock'em Sock'em Robots and got his head dinged. But fuck, I don't know. Like I said, those other champions at 140 at Kraken, man, they can hit hard. Everyone that I name, everybody knows that these dudes are known for their power, even if not concussive. Subriel Matisse is probably known for the most concussive power out of all of them, but Isak, as we just saw, ain't no slouch, and he getting ready to fight El Rayo, which I predict he finna knock El Rayo the fuck out, just like Edwin De Los Santos did. Teofimo Lopez, he's got accumulative power. He can lump you up, and if he gets into a zone and all that other shit, it could be deadly for you. You know what I mean? Subriel Matiz, we already know about him being the boogeyman, but we really got to see him in some real top competition as far as big names, recognizable names. Do I know who it is that you're going up against? Can I, match their credentials with yours, their accolades with yours, their strengths and with yours? It should be like that. But I mean, the boxing gods are blessing us, man, because boxing is looking good this year as far as everything coming up. Terrence Crawford versus Madrimov. A lot of people are upset about and feeling like a lackluster opponent, but I mean, Madrimov is a good opponent, like I said before. But not only that, but let's not act like Terrence Crawford ain't out here trying to fight these guys. These motherfuckers is the ones that went to go hide and talking about they can't, they suspended, they can't see nothing, they can't see action until November. Isn't that what they told us? Only for Tim Tszyu to come out to be on the undercard and fight Virgil Ortiz. Awesome fight, by the way. But I mean, he lost. Sebastian Fundora, I don't know. I mean, I know his nose got broken. I don't know how long a broken nose takes to heal up. I would imagine not, it's in November. But we'll see what happens with him and who he gets put up against. We still got Earl. We don't know what's going on with Earl. Where is Earl? What are you doing, Earl? I know that you're going through your little business with Derrick James and the lawsuit. Something about you didn't pay the man. Come on, man. That's your trainer. If y'all verbally agreed to 10% or whatever the fuck the case may be, man, just pay the man, and y'all stay on good terms. It's like now he's taking all that tutelage and condensed it in Orion. You know, y'all let Ryan Garcia and fucking Anthony Joshua come in and take over the gym. Charlos is gone, all that shit. You know, like all the Texans is gone. It's like now it's the outsiders. But, you know, it is what it is. Money is money. Derrick is esteemed. He's good at what he does. He knows how to pick apart a fighter. He just couldn't figure it out with Terrence Crawford. But even still, at the same time, in retrospect now, we're like, well, was Terrence Crawford even really where he needed to be? I mean, not Terrence Crawford, but Earl Spence. What, you know, what kind of conditions, all kind of conflicting stories about what was going on with him or his body or his health or his eye or his whatever going into the fight. We don't know. But hopefully for him, he gets into a good fight pretty soon, because I hate to see him shelved, man. This is what I feel got him to lose the fight against Crawford in the first place. The inactivity. Meanwhile, this guy's fighting this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy, even if they're not, you know, super world-class A-level fighters, it's like he's still active. Ryan Garcia is a B-level fighter who fought like an A-level fighter this past Saturday. Because the dimensions allowed him to. Floyd is a crafty one. Devin did get the better of Floyd in a sparring match, and he's never forgave him for it. Whatever he can do to assist in the demise of Devin Haney, he's going to do. And that's basically what he did, because he's the one who encouraged Ryan to come in there. Ryan was probably even thinking about, fuck it, I'm going to have to grind all this weight down. I'm going to come in there. At 140 and go for the title. And Floyd, his jogging advisor, the one who initially told him not to fight Devin Haney, tells him, hey, Ryan, how much you weigh right now? 140. How you feel? Good. Come in at that weight. Just pay a fee. Devin's going to be weaker than you on fight night. He ain't going to be able to rehydrate like you. It's going to be like a middleweight versus a flyweight. You know what I'm saying? All dimensions considered, right? Ryan's power, Devin's lack thereof. And this is the result that you get. I never liked Floyd Mayweather. All I said was a bitch ass nigga. And he continues to do this shit. But it is what it is, man. That's a miserable man. Like Mike Tyson said. Speaking of which, we got that shit coming out. Not looking forward to that, man. I'm sick of seeing too much shock to the system shit. You know, when you have a fighter that's undefeated, who's proven his championship pedigree, and then they run into a wall, that's a complete ass whooping. Not like they got edged, they barely lost, run it back, they're championship caliber, they deserve it. It's like, nah, they got made to seem like they don't even belong now. And you can't graph if they if they are anymore until you see them again. That's why we're waiting on you, Earl. Anyway, it's no home TV, man. I'll be back with another one, y'all. Peace.